All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to mention a couple things about my family. I always mention my family. You guys are like, we're sick of hearing about your family. But I really want to say this because my family is like so great, right? Like all through growing up, they were always so supportive of me, like really supportive of me. And it was beyond, like I was like, how can you be that supportive of a person? I don't know how they were that supportive. They were just so supportive of me. Like it was almost like I was like special or something or really important. And I'm like, and I mean, yes, now I know, yes, I'm going to be a celebrity type. Yes, I'm going to be famous at one point. But at that point, I was never thinking that way, right? So I was never like, oh, I'm going to be famous. I was just always like, they're always so supportive. I don't know what the deal is. They're like so nice to me. Like, and it could be like any for any reason. I'm just like, I'm always like really grateful. Like they're so good to me. I don't know what it is. They're just so nice. Like my sister, right now is trying to help me find a job. Even though I have a job, I have a job as a car salesman, but I want to work a second job because I like making more money, so I could buy nicer things. No, I don't make that much more, but it's nice, right? So I want to get a second job. So she's just like, why don't you work here? And I'm like, it's not ideal. Like the pay is not that great. It's not that great for the money. It's not that great for the type of substances, like not substances, but the type of retail. It was a retail store, and it wasn't like the type of clothes that I would buy. So I'm like, I'm just like, okay, um, I'm like, this is totally off, but I'm grateful that you thought of me and thought maybe I could do this for the extra money. Because what's wrong with that, right? If you work somewhere, maybe you'll maybe you don't have to work somewhere you like the clothes or you like the items they sell. You don't have to work somewhere where you don't like anything about it, as long as you want to get paid and you're good with the people that are there and you're nice to people. You don't have to necessarily work in a place where you feel like you are in your element, right? So I'm like, it was just so thoughtful. I'm like, I'm like, I'm at first I was like, why would I work there? I just that's not me at all. But I'm like, I realized afterwards, I'm like grateful. I'm like, thank you, sis. You're awesome. This is too funny, but I'm like, thank you for thinking of me and like letting me know I could do this job. And I'm like, great. Of course, I want a better paying job, but I'm like, and I want something maybe if I'm getting something that's lower pay, at least it's something that I like the products, if I get a discount, right? So I'm like, thank you, sis, you're awesome. And it was just so funny. All right, bye, guys.